Residents were invited to don their walking boots and join Barnet's Cabinet Member for Environment and Transport, Councillor Andrew Harper, as he walked the entire length of the Dollars Valley Green Walk earlier this month. Following the announcement that the area is set to receive £400,000 worth of funding under the Mayor of London's £1 million Help a London Park scheme, the 7-mile walk was organised to give residents the opportunity to voice their opinions on how the money should be spent.
I'd like the area regenerated, cleaned up, and the various bits of it repaired and brought back to its former glory. And also for the younger children in the area, we think a play area will sort of make the most and attract people to the park and really bring it and create a social meeting place and a vibrant, lively park that can serve all areas, all members of the community.
You know, I'm not against any play area, and it's nice to see the children in the park. I just think it wouldn't be good for this park because this is more of a nature environmental park. I just feel it'd be a waste of precious money where it can be spent on bins and maybe seating and just tidying up the park.
One of the things I was very keen to do along this walk was to meet people who live close to it and who may have thoughts about what we should be doing, what we should be spending the Mayor's money on. And I'm glad to say that there were a number of people along the way, either associated with various friends groups who were involved with various sections of the walk, or indeed people who happened to live very close to it. And that was great because they told us what they thought might be improved, what they thought that we ought to leave as it is. And I think I was most struck by a lady who said to me, please keep it as green as you can. And that's precisely what we want to do.
Dennis Pepper from the Friends of Windsor Open Space put forward his ideas on where the money should be spent.
I think the most important thing to spend the money on at the moment is the footpath, because in places it floods and the flooding leaves debris all over the footpath. The other thing that would be useful to do would be to spend money on the children's play equipment, whether it's in the children's play area at the moment or by extending that or doing something else. That I think has to be decided, but the children's play equipment is wearing out and there needs to be rather more of it than there is at the moment.
Mr and Mrs Langford are keen to see the walk's appearance improved.
I mean, it's a terrific asset for the whole of the borough, and if it looks like wasteland, people tend to dump litter and fly tip, and if it could all be cleaned up and look better, I think that will encourage people to look after it better. The entrances are a problem. This one here has to be chained shut to stop the fly tippers, and it means walkers can get through, but anybody with a buggy or a wheelchair can't. It all has to be lifted over the fence. So that's definitely something that needs to be addressed. Making it generally more accessible for people in chairs, but having said that, not just asphalting all through, just within keeping with the natural habitat and encouraging the wildlife as well, because it's so good for everybody.
Improvements submitted by the council as part of the funding bid included improving signposting and landscaping, the installation of new play facilities, introducing new wildlife habitats, as well as making walking routes more accessible. Barnet's entry competed against 46 other open spaces across the capital, with the 10 parks registering the greatest amount of votes, receiving an upgrade. In total, the Dollars Valley Green Walk received more than 4,000 votes of support from Londoners. The council will now continue to collect residents' views and formulate a detailed proposal to be presented to the Mayor's office within the next month.
Well, because it's absolutely fantastic that we've got this money from the Mayor. It really creates an opportunity for us, and once again I would say that I am so very grateful to those thousands of people who troubled to cast their votes and ensure that we came out on top and that we got this fantastic gift from the Mayor.
Residents can still submit their ideas by emailing Dollars Valley Green Walk at barnet.gov.uk.